Howdy, folks. I hope the light is good. I don't think it's too good. I have to get a better light to see what I'm doing here. This in front of me. Nah, I can't get it right. The light's no good. Yeah, obviously these cannot be seen. Yeah, I'm holding a light and a camera at the same time. Damn. There it is. Okay. This is a 94. Hang on. Let me flip it around the other way. Excuse the light, folks, if it's blaring. Okay, here we go. I got to be able to see it too. So 94 SG, I bought it new. So I've had it for 22 years, almost. The neck broke in 2001, I think, or 2000, and I fixed it. The headstock snapped on a fall. I'll show you the other side in a second. I'm going to pause the camera and flip it over. It shows where I repaired it. I think where the I was going to try something to wipe off some of the mismatch color. The shape is good. Like you don't see the crack or feel it. You do feel it a little bit. I put the finish with one of those pens that come with the. It was on special at Stu Mac. It was supposed to be a red mahogany, and it turns out to be brown, but it doesn't matter. Rare you're gonna have a light blaring right on it. This is the rest of it. The rest of it is good. So what I wanted to show. I'm gonna pause the camera. Be back in a sec. Yeah, so I had the light blaring right at the back of the headstock. I'll try to show it in the dimmer light. I mean, you're not gonna be playing. I'm not gonna be playing this thing with blaring light on top of it. It's pretty smooth. I mean, what had happened was, see, this is better. What happened was the neck fell over from a stand, and I panicked and I glued it back with some epoxy glue, the kind that you mix, the regular epoxy, not the quick dry one. So that repaired it. I put extra light gauge strings to help it out, And I left it like that for quite a while, and then one day I decided to try to make it better. And I noticed even from the initial repair that some of the epoxy I put on bled into the cavity for the truss rod, so it glued the truss rod in place. So I found out through somebody told me, a friend of mine told me, you can take a knife and heat it. So I took a candle, then once in a while I would go and heat the knife and soften the glue up, and little bit by bit get it out of the truss rod cavity such that I can move the screw around a little bit. It was okay the way it was with light gauge strings. I was able to play it for quite a while, for a few years anyway. And see, the thing, you've got to use the right type of glue for those type of repairs. Like epoxy will in fact glue better than the original wood. However, epoxy tends to shrink and expand with temperature. That's the only drawback. But the joint itself is stronger than the original wood was, and that's the case. I never had a problem since. I ended up sanding it down a bit and leaving it like that, and then eventually I got a kit. It was these lacquer sticks that you melt on top of and that's what I did, because when it broke, like a chunk the size of a nickel, a little bit bigger than a nickel, just flaked off, and I kind of learned as I got along. I mean, in this case, I could have practiced on a cheaper guitar, but as such, I wasn't going into. I was in. Oh, my intention was to keep it all along anyway. Um, so I bought the lacquer sticks and melted it on with it's like a soldering iron that comes, but it's the messiest shit you can work with. It's really it dries immediately on contact. It only flows if heated, and so I said heated. So I put a little bit of heat to it with a lighter, and for that was the dumbest thing ever. And some of the the thing the finish caught, and I was able to get some sandpaper later. I left it like that for a while in the case, and then for the past few days I got some whole bunch all the way from 220 all the way to 2000. That's as far as I went, just a little bit. More with the 220 to get the because when I heated it up to make it flow over the neck, it bubbled, but it flowed. So I had to sand that off, and there's still bubble remnants in there. I don't know, maybe I'll fill them up somehow. You don't really feel it as such. You only feel a little bit where it's repaired, but all in all, some of the headstock finish got messed up with me wiping off some of the finish with the pen, but otherwise it feels all right. I don't have an amp here to play a few licks. I don't know if you'll hear it. I don't even have a pick, you know. I mean, it's a nice sounding. I'm used to pick. I haven't played that jazz blues in a while. All right, folks. Too bad I didn't have a pick with me. Anyways, catch you later.